Is that for me? Yeah. Oh, God, the tea. Oh my God, it's too hard to drink. Guys, just in case you forgot, you deserve a cup of tea.
You deserve a tea.
You deserve a tea.
Now, you have to cut the next bit out because the people can't know I'm filming in my pajama shorts.
Okay. Guys, from here down is just lots.
From here down is none of your business.
No, none of
it's
your business.
none of your business, okay? Let's get crack-a-lacking, I say.
Okay, since I can't drink my bloody cup of tea, better start speaking about things like a song called Wood.
Yeah, wood. Wood is why we're here today.
It is, and
wood, but also like philosophically and spiritually, like wood is why we're here today.
Like trees?
Like dicks.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know if we should give them that much credit.
No, actually, that's too much credit for a man. That's too much credit for a man.
Yeah, that's really, we don't want to be saying
How's
that.
it growing? It's because of a woman.
Guys, famously, I am a Wood stan. And, you know, I may have given it a little too much credit when we ranked Showgirl because it's definitely dropped off for me, but...
Where did you put it when
I
we
don't
ranked
know,
it?
something ridiculous, like...
Something ridiculously
5th
high.
or 6th or something. Anyway, we actually don't need to talk
I'm
about
actually scared. I'm actually scared to look at that again.
Same. But I will say that I will be coming and fighting for this song today because I think that there is a lot that I really love about it. I feel like there's a lot of haters. There's a lot of haters.
Yeah.
People don't like...
Okay.
People don't like the dick. People don't like the innuendos. It's
Yep.
too much, I think, for some people.
I mean, I can definitely personally relate to that narrative. I think that something about this song that makes me, it's not one of my favorites, is the Jackson 5 of it all.
Which is crazy.
But
That's
it
my
is
favorite part of it.
yeah,
Love
fair enough.
Jackson 5
It's a lot of fun, and I will give it that. But it is also, I think, the dick stuff, and it's not that like I have any problem whatsoever with Taylor doing it. Baby, get that D. You know, like I love this for you. I think that I definitely prefer to sort of focus on the angle of this song that is more rooted in the superstitions and all of that. So yeah.
Which is really, really cool, actually. I think that Wood has a lot more depth than people give it credit for, and I think even what Taylor gave it credit for in a way, because she's kind of made it really playful and fun.
Yeah.
But I think that, you know, coming off the back of an album like Tortured Poets and even Midnights, where she's really referencing so much about this like fate and this prophecy and the stars and superstitions and kind of keeping her fingers crossed and all of these things, I think for her to put out a song that's kind of all about security in a relationship where she doesn't need to knock on wood,
Yeah.
if we break up, knock on wood, or, you know, all of that, like it's just so refreshing for her.
Totally.
I simply think we need to be having a listen.
Yes, we do.
Guys, before we get into this song, I just want to quickly say that over on Patreon, we are reacting to the Eras Tour documentary. Oh my God, that's... We're pre-filming this video, but that will be happening when you're seeing this. So go over there and check it out if you want to see all of our thoughts, feelings. We're so excited to watch the documentary series.
Please join us. Please join us. Got such a fun little electric guitar happening.
Daisy's bare naked, I was distraught. He loves me not, he loves me not. Penny's unlucky, I took him back, and then stepped on a crack, and the black cat laughed.
She's really starting us off strong with these superstitious references.
She is. And that guitar, like you said, such a funky guitar. And, you know, that's my problem that I have to pick with you today. How could you not love a funky electric guitar? What you got against Jackson 5, huh?
It's not that I have anything against the Jackson 5. I have to say, you know, those sorts of songs like Want You Back and stuff, I've never been like, oh my God. Like, I understand their place in history, and I most certainly understand Michael Jackson's place in music history. I just don't, it's not a sound for me.
But Taylor Swift's doing it.
And good for her. It's not the kind of sound or like production melody that grabs
gets you
me.
going,
And
yeah.
that's how I felt about some of those like popular Jackson 5 songs and stuff as well. Like that's just not the...
It's a bit cheesy. Do you feel like it's cheesy?
I don't even know if cheesy is the word I would use. And I also like generally have a problem with the word cheesy in the same way that I have a problem with the word cringe.
Yeah.
Like I just think like let people be happy and let people be excited and let people do what they want to do. And like if something's a bit cheesy, so what? I love that for her. Like this song doesn't feel cheesy to me, like or cringy or anything like that. I love that she's having this experience. Good for you. I just don't gravitate to this sound as a style of music.
Yes.
I don't know how to explain
No,
it
it's
beyond
okay.
that.
I guess sometimes you just can't explain it. It doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense to me why this is not a
I
new
know.
song in that way.
I know.
But
But maybe one day I'll have a fathoming, guys. Maybe I will. You know, famously, Bonnie had a haunted fathoming when we got Speak Now Taylor's version. So,
Famous
you know,
indeed.
I'm not writing it off. I'm not against this song. I don't dislike this song. I listen to this song. It's just not my favorite.
Yeah, I think that the guitar definitely sets the tone for a cheeky energy, in my opinion.
Now
And
cheeky's a
maybe-
good word.
Maybe playful as well. I guess that the Jackson 5 had a very young, playful energy, and I think the guitar does kind of mimic that a little bit.
Yeah.
But yes, this first verse is full of superstitions, and I love the very first lyric in this song. I think it's
Me
so beautiful.
too.
Take us away.
Daisy's bare naked. I was distraught.
Oh my
I
God.
I love that so much. Love that imagery.
But it really follows on. He loves me. He
Yeah.
loves me not. And
Yeah.
I think that this is just such a poetic way of painting the picture that she's, doing that typical picking the flower, picking the petal off the flower. He loves me not. And starting with Daisy's bare naked is kind of showing that she's gone through that and done it.
Yeah.
And the verdict is he loves me not.
Yes.
I just think that that's such a poetic way of saying it. And
Yeah.
I guess I really like kind of painting a pretty negative image to start on, like Daisy's bare naked, I was distraught, he loves me not. That's
Yeah.
the verdict. I
Yeah.
love the whole way that flows.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing. I just don't know how she thought to give us that imagery. And it is an image. It immediately evokes an image into your head of like a young girl, like picking the petals off a flower. You're right. But to say Daisy's bare naked, like they're naked without their petals.
Yes.
I just never would have thought to say it in that way. And that's
what
so
that
clever.
means. I love that she repeats twice, he loves me not, because the traditional game is he loves me not,
Mm-hmm.
he loves me. And she's skipping the he loves me bit. It's like she's just
Yeah.
doing the nursery rhyme in a way.
Yeah.
But only focusing on the he loves me not.
So true. I actually feel like the repetition of it actually almost, there's something in her delivery. Each of them is said slightly differently, and it's
Yeah.
almost like she's repeating it because she's processing
Yes,
that.
I agree.
She's like,
It's like
he loves
settling
me
in.
not.
He
Loves me not.
Yeah.
Because there's that pause like, he
Yes.
loves me not.
Yeah.
It's like she's
It's a
realizing.
realization.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah. Penny's unlucky. I took him back.
Mm.
So the penny's unlucky for me, I guess it just reminds me of that, like, like you find a penny on the ground and you pick it up and that's meant to represent good luck. And I guess in the same way it can be bad luck if it, I
It's
don't
like
know.
her pennies were unlucky.
Yes.
And
Yes.
she took him back as a result. It's almost like taking him back was that kind of bad luck.
Yeah, it is interesting to see how those two separate phrases either are or aren't connected. I actually don't know if I fully thought about it, to be honest, because there's definitely a connection with the I took him back and then stepped on a crack.
Yeah.
And the black cat laughed. Once again in an Australian accent. Crack and laugh don't rhyme. But crack and laughed kind of does. So just bear with us here in our Australianness. But yeah, whether the penny's unlucky is just its own phrase. Like, I'm just an unlucky person. My pennies are unlucky. So of course I'm going to take this man back and then like everything bad's going to happen to me or whatever.
It feels like just a little like one-liner in between those two kind of sentences.
Yeah, just
He
to
loves
throw
me not.
in-
Penny's unlucky.
Yeah.
I took him back and stepped on a crack. And
Yeah.
the black cat laughed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just another way of her like scooching in another sort of superstitious
Yeah.
reference into
Yeah.
this song. which I do think is really clever, whether it actually is linking to that I took him back. What I do like the line I took him back is it feels like a direct reference to the first verse in Opalite, where she says, I had a bad habit of missing lovers past. My brother used to call it eating out of the trash. Another famous example of what's not rhyming in Australian accents.
I think that it's really interesting that she's kind of admitting that she took someone back here. I think that, I guess there's always been a conversation around if like her and Joe were on and off. And I think that with songs like Hits Different, it's like, okay, she released that, but then she was still with Joe.
Yeah. And even
You
the
know,
existence
it's like-
of You're Losing Me and knowing it was written at the end of 2021, but then they kind of didn't break up for like a year and a half or
But
whatever.
Hits Different is actually a breakup
Hits
song.
Different is a breakup song. It's a breakup song. Yeah.
And so that's kind of interesting. That
Absolutely.
she's now kind of admitting that she took him back, kind of implying that there has been a history of on and off with her previous relationship.
Totally.
But it also could be referring to Maddie as well, I guess. I love that Black Cat laughed because it feels like seeing a black cat is usually a sign of bad luck. And I think the cat, like, kind of watching her and laughing at her is such a nice spin on that.
Absolutely. I agree.
It's not just, and then I saw a black cat. It's like, and the black cat laughed. Like,
Totally.
laughed at all of my misfortune because it's constantly haunting me.
Totally. I think that what's another sort of, I guess, interesting way to sort of interpret it is the fact that her pennies aren't really unlucky and stepping on a crack doesn't really mean anything. And maybe the black cat looked like it was laughing, but it actually wasn't. It's just how she's perceiving it. She sees herself as unlucky in love. Famously, she wrote The Prophecy. So it's like when she is in the middle of a romantic situation that's going wrong, she's trying to make sense of it going wrong by looking around her and
Yes.
seeing all of these bad luck signs, but it's actually just the value she's placing in these superstitions and not
Yeah.
actually there being any bad luck in the first place.
Totally. I think it's a real way of trying to find control, believing in superstitions.
Absolutely.
And like a real way of, I guess, when you're feeling quite lost, you're looking for some sort of guidance, some sort of sign. I think it's really natural to
For sure.
search for those things as a human. And of course, like stepping on a crack on the ground is also another one of those things that feels like that. It also reminds me of the imagery for Delicate on the Eras tour, like all the cracks and everything. I think that's quite interesting.
Say something. Say something.
Yeah, I
That was
think
a
she's
lot.
definitely referencing like her last few relationships in different ways here.
For sure. But then I guess overall, when you look at that verse as a whole, what she's saying is, I have been unlucky in love.
Totally.
And that made me unsure if I was ever going to be lucky in
Such
it.
a smart way of saying it.
Amazing.
This is what I'm talking about.
So
It's
intelligent.
so cool that she's touching on these superstitions. I think it's just the most perfect Taylor Swift coded song in that way.
Yeah.
And
I
it's so
agree.
refreshing to see her joking about it, I guess, or making light of it
Yeah.
in such a like breathy, fun song.
Yeah, especially coming off the back of a song like The Prophecy, where it's very real. Like,
Yeah.
the universe has subjected me to this path that I have no control over and that I don't want anything to do with, and I need
Totally.
it rewritten. And now she's like, oh, I can play with that. Like, that
Yeah.
wasn't even real. It was just
Yeah.
how I felt about my own situation, you know? And that can be inspiring then for us as a listener, because you're so right. It's like, it's so easy for us to try and find meaning or reason in anything that goes good or bad in our life. But to see her making light of it and having fun with it when she's finally sort of found the thing that she's always wanted, I think can sort of instill a hope in you that like, that's going to happen for you too in whatever it is that you want.
Going from the prophecy to wood.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy
I didn't even think that was
progression.
a possible progression.
No, that's insane.
It's actually unhinged.
No, it really is.
Oh, I love the pre-chorus. Oh my god, the pre-chorus might be my favorite part.
And baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious. Fingers crossed until you put your hand on mine. Seems to be that you and me, we make our own luck. A bad sign is all good. I ain't gotta knock on wood.
I think actually this pre-chorus might be my favorite part of the entire song because we haven't gotten to the sexual
Yes.
references yet.
Yes.
And I feel like this pre-chorus is just really, really, really sweet and
Yes.
really kind of speaks volumes of the security that she feels in this relationship. She
Absolutely.
says, baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious, which is directly referencing back to that first verse.
Yes.
all
I've
those
believed in all of this
examples.
stuff that maybe I didn't need to.
Yes. This is my favorite lyric in the song. Fingers crossed until you put your hand on mine. I just love the imagery of like someone being like this and then like another hand. I love the hand play that she's doing. Like fingers crossed until you put your hand on mine. That feels so sweet.
Absolutely. It's like holding someone's hand. They can't cross their fingers anymore. That's the point. The love that you provide for me makes me not need to cross my fingers any longer.
Yes, and you're hoping, right? Like, is it going to come? Is it going to come? And then he's like that relief. That touch is like a relief in a way. Yes. And I don't know, the whole way that line works, I just personally find it really, really sweet.
No, I completely agree. It's very clever to do all the hand sort of imagery.
And when I first found it, I was like, oh my God, fingers crossed until you read it. I love that lyric. I don't know, it just did something to me.
No, it's really
something
cute.
to me.
Seems to be that you and me, we make our own luck.
Tea.
Love that too, because it's almost like complete abandonment of any belief in luck or superstitions as a concept at this point in her life. It's like, we make the luck. It's actually in our control. Whereas the belief in superstition, to your point earlier,
out of our control.
It's an attempt to find control because you don't have it.
So
and
true.
she doesn't need to believe in any of it anymore because they can create their own. Love that.
It's a lovely reference to opalite as well, like that man-made sky.
Yes.
We put in the work.
Yes.
We make our own luck. We make our own light. We make our own love. And that is a healthy relationship.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that reference to opalite. You're so right. A bad sign is all good. I ain't got to knock on wood.
This lyric is really the whole pinnacle of the song. She doesn't have to knock on wood.
Yeah.
Because there is security in the relationship, and I just think it's so beautiful.
No, it really is. I love a bad sign is all good as well. Like, once again, she's telling us in a different way that she doesn't believe in those superstitions anymore. She might see a black cat or walk under a ladder or any of those random superstitions that you hear about. She's like, I don't care anymore.
Yeah, she's just like,
I'm
good. I'm happy. Oh my God, the security.
Yeah. No, it's
so proud of her.
It's really nice. Oh, Lover Taylor could never have dreamed of writing a song like this.
No, she really has come a long way. Afterglow Taylor.
All of that bitch wishing on a falling star. Never did me any good. I ain't got to knock on wood. It's you and me forever dancing in the dark. Oh, over me, it's understood. I ain't got to knock on wood.
Is that kind of the groove that you're like, you don't love? The chord progression? I love that in the chorus. That
I think it's part of it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like her melodies, like the I ain't got to knock on wood.
Yeah.
I like how it has that little that feels like it's matching the production in some way, but it's still different to the production. And I do think it's in the production that I'm sort of like,
Yeah, I'm so obsessed with the dun, 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 in the background. I love that. The melodies in this chorus really are quite superior, actually.
all of that bitchin', wishing on a falling star, never did me any good. I ain't got to knock on wood.
It's crazy to me that she's saying all that bitching wishing. I just think it's so funny. I just feel like she's laughing at her past self so much in this song, and I think it's just a lot because she just was so down, in the last album, and I think that it shows how far she's come to be able to say, like, all of that bitching and wishing on a falling star. Like, what?
Shut the fuck up, bitch, is basically what she's saying to her past self. No, and I love the wishing on a falling star because there's been so many references to, like, the constellations or the stars aligning, rare as the glimmer of a comet in the sky. Like, this idea of looking up and looking to the stars for, like, some kind of answer or sign about your relationship. And even though a lot of that in the past for her has been like, oh my gosh, the stars aligned and we met, and then obviously that relationship didn't work out, it's still this, like, general belief in looking to the stars. So this is funny. Like, she's laughing at herself in a way that, like, is so tangible to us all as fans because we've seen her do that in so many lyrics.
So many.
The wishing on a star kind of concept.
Even like the fact that down bad is like this cosmic kind of metaphor as well. Like, there's just so many references to that. So I think she's kind of shading all of those past relationships with this lyric.
Absolutely.
And I also kind of like that it could be a double meaning as well with wishing on a falling star. Like, obviously that's a typical thing that you do as a superstition. You see a falling star, you make a wish. or a shooting star.
Yeah.
Sorry, actually, that's a better word for it. But the fact that she's using falling star kind of makes me feel as well like she was putting energy into something that was going downhill, like a falling star, like maybe like the relationship or the man that she was with was kind of, and she was wishing on it, you know, still trying to make it work, still trying to see potential.
Yeah. You make a good point, because the word shooting could have worked here. She could have used that word.
All
it's the
that
same
wishing
amount of
on
syllables.
a shooting star. Yeah.
But she's specifically chosen the word falling, which I do think makes you pause, because it's not the typical phrase that you hear or terminology that you hear.
It gives a more negative connotation, a more like hopeless.
Yeah.
Like she was wishing and putting all this energy into a falling star.
Yeah.
Like it was never gonna work.
Yeah, and you know, something that I like about this lyric too, and even like bringing in all of that bitching, the thing that I like to think about as well is that it's not just that she's almost reprimanding her past self for like bitching about like not being with the right person or not finding the love of her life, because like obviously now you found it, like you didn't need to do it. It's also this idea that like, bitch, you could have been putting your energy into so many other things that aren't a romantic relationship, because you were going to find it anyway.
Yeah.
It's like, instead of wasting all of this energy on when am I going to find him and when is it going to happen to me, it's like, just go out and live your life and be happy in who you are. And like, that's going to come for you now. And she can trust in that because she has found it. You know, so it's interesting how you can take it. And I don't know, I feel like I like to take it that way too. Like, even if I was like to reflect on myself, maybe trying to do the same thing or whatever, or even if I'm doing it now, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's going to happen one day.
Don't waste your life, I guess, complaining. Like, I think bitching can also be like, another word for complaining.
Yep, whinging.
Whinging?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this isn't working out for me, and oh, this isn't working out for me. It's like she's almost kind of being like, I was wasting so much energy bitching and wishing.
Yes.
So it's like hoping, wanting, desiring, but also complaining, whinging, whining. It's like the two worst kind of things that consume you.
Totally.
When you want something to happen. And she's kind of just like, I wish I just didn't waste all that energy.
Yeah.
Because it was here.
And whether it's a focus on a romantic relationship or anything else you want, the point is that she's spent energy focusing on her lack.
Yes.
Rather than on what all the things that she does have, which I think is such an important, I mean, it's a natural human thing to do, and we all do it. We all have these moments of like, fuck, I don't have this and that, whatever. We all get there sometimes. But I think generally focusing on gratitude and what you do have is going to make you a happier and more fulfilled person in your day-to-day life anyway.
Absolutely.
So just don't waste your energy on the things that you don't have.
And to that point, it's kind of like a lot that she can make light of all of that, right?
Yeah.
Like when it was so heavy. So I think that that's kind of inspiring about this song as well. It's like, even though at the time she was like, this is literally devastating and ruining me, now she's like, all that fucking bitching, oh my God, why'd you waste your time? And I think it's just so interesting to see that perspective shift. And this song really shows that shift, I think.
Yeah.
Out of any song on the album, this is like so different to how she was feeling, and it's viewing all of that so differently.
No, absolutely. And on that point as well, I think that like any Taylor Swift song, they stand alone as amazing, great songs. But I think that the magic of being a Swiftie is that when you understand the full picture and the full narrative, it adds such a layer to what you're listening to. And I really do think that's true in this whole album, and definitely in this song. It's knowing where she's been and what she's said before, I think allows you to be even more amazed by what she's expressing here.
So true. You're like,
and that makes it a better experience listening to it.
It's you and me, forever dancing in the dark. All over me, it's understood. I ain't got a knock on wood. These lyrics do feel a little more sexy to me, in my opinion. Like, I think the dancing in the dark can be a sexual reference, but it also can just be like, we are gonna be dancing even in the dark times.
Absolutely.
It's like we kind of make our own luck, like we make things good, so it's kind of depending which way you look at it.
Yeah.
And like all over me, like you're all over me, it's understood. Like we're kind of like obsessed with each other.
Yeah. It's like it's understood. I don't have to wonder. I don't have to worry. I don't have to think about the superstitions again.
So
it's
true. It's
understood.
It's certain.
And that's the thing. It's the safety and the certainty that is held in every single line here, even though she's saying different things throughout it.
Wow.
The point is the security. which I love.
It's kind of a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot for her to be saying.
It really is.
It's like not an obvious song to come out of her, I feel.
No.
And yet this is what came out of her, like when writing this. Like it's such an interesting feeling, I think, especially like you said, when you know her history and her discography and like kind of the evolution of this feeling for her. We got here. I'm forever fucked up.
No,
and people aren't appreciating that about this song. They're just focusing on the innuendo of it all.
Yeah.
And it's not about that.
Yeah. And I kind of, to your point, other than maybe how you want to like interpret Dancing in the Dark, until this point we really haven't had any of that sexual innuendo. It's only in the next post-chorus that it sort of becomes a little bit more apparent, although if you watch our reaction to it, it simply wasn't
to
apparent.
us.
It wasn't apparent to us.
Took us to the last one to get it. There was just so much to process.
There was so much to process.
Forgive me, it sounds cocky. Hypnotize me and open my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
I love that guitar coming out of it.
Actually, I do kind of like that guitar coming out of it. I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
Guys, here's the controversial lyrics. We've got to talk about it.
Yes, yes, yes.
I love it.
Yes, yes.
No, you know what I love? I think if I could make any critique of this song, I think I personally would have loved it if maybe this kind of sexy side of the song came out at the end. Like, she repeats it twice at the end, which we'll get to, and I kind of wish that's when it was revealed. I would have loved to have gotten some more serious lyrics to kind of deepen the superstitious feel of it.
Yeah.
Only because we have songs that are so deep, like The Prophecy and things like that, that really touch on this fate and this belief that she's never going to find something and how she searches for that sign everywhere. I think it would have been really cool to kind of unpack that even more.
Yeah.
But in saying that, I also do really love the way she's playing with the words in this song and how kind of clever it is. I don't know. I think that I find it clever. I really do like a lot of these. Some of them maybe, you know.
Yeah, I think that I know what you mean, and it's quite a short song overall. So maybe in some other universe, there could have been a way in which she could have incorporated a different part of the song that maybe did explore that a little bit more. But I think if we were to keep the structure the way it is, what could have even been interesting is like in the first post-chorus, just giving us the lyrics that she's actually ended up using in the clean version.
Yeah.
Like, he hypnotized me and opened my skies.
Yeah, I like
and
that.
then changed it to armatize me and thighs at the end.
Yeah.
That would have made it generally less sexual until the end of it, but
yeah, and I
guess.
do like this version of it. It's not so much that I feel like this is bad, but I just think, if we had more of a depth of those lyrics being explored in the other way, it might feel like a bit more of a meaningful song, whereas this feels a bit more just for the playful energy and it's not being taken as serious.
Totally. I think the sexual innuendo being throughout the song is what makes people focus on that entirely.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was just at the end, people would focus on it more as a superstitious song.
Exactly.
And even she has said in interviews about this song that it started out
Innocent.
very innocent and it became what it became later on. So she didn't even go into writing this thinking that this was what she was going to be doing. She obviously went into it wanting to explore that.
Yeah, that was the drive. Totally.
Yeah, and which is in itself such a beautiful thing. I mean, it's so fascinating, I think, for anyone to, you know, find a new connection in their lives and then that allow them to reflect on, you know, what you did or didn't have in the past and what you did or didn't do in the past and whatnot. And I think that it's an exploration of what that is for Taylor, the way in which she feels different with Travis. And that sometimes can only come to light when you actually have something really, really different. And I think that that would have been the focus for fans a little bit more if it had stayed on that trajectory for longer of the song.
Yeah.
Forgive me. It sounds cocky. He armatized me and opened my eyes. Hee hee hee. I think that this first line, like the forgive me, it sounds cocky, that certainly went over my head the first time I heard it, because cocky itself isn't necessarily a sexual thing. Like, cocky will typically mean like, you know, you're
Full
a
of
bit
yourself.
conceited, full of
Yeah.
yourself, that kind of thing. And so I think my first interpretation of this lyric, and maybe to some extent it kind of is still what
like
she's
that,
saying,
yeah.
it's like, maybe she thinks it sounds cocky to be talking about how much this man loves
agree.
her
Or how
and stuff.
certain they are, how
Yes.
secure they are. Look,
Yeah, it's like-
forgive me, it sounds cocky that I
I don't
need
mean to show off.
Yeah.
But I actually have this amazing love. That's kind of how
Totally.
I take that lyric.
Yeah.
But I think the use of the word cocky is perfect because you get the phallic imagery, if you will. You know?
Yeah, especially going into he ahmatized me.
Yes.
Now, some people really have a problem with this lyric because they think that the is like censoring dick in the word dickmatized. And so a lot of people are being like, oh my God, I can't believe Taylor Swift used dickmatized in a song, which is like kind of Gen Z slang, I think. I didn't
Yeah.
even fucking know this word existed.
Yeah.
But I just don't believe that's what's happening here, and you can't convince me otherwise. I feel like the word that she's using is hypnotized,
Yeah.
but the is like giving it a sexual connotation by being like kind of like orgasmic.
Yes.
Digmatized has got nothing to do with it.
Yeah, well, like, because
I
I
know
guess...
that that's what digmatized means, but
But she is not using the
she's
term
not
dickmatized.
using the term dickmatized.
She didn't say that.
Don't put words in her mouth.
Yeah. She didn't
There
actually
was
say
no
that.
dickmatized in here.
Well, how can you get mad at her saying dickmatized when she never said dickmatized?
That's why
That she
I'm
didn't say
confused.
that.
Everyone's going around, can't believe dickmatized in a Taylor Swift song. It's not.
Yeah, she didn't say that.
It's not in a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, I agree.
Don't be
Yeah.
projecting your dickmatized onto me, okay? He ahmatized me and opened my eyes. He gave me that good shit, and it made me realize,
What I've been missing all these years.
yes,
Yes.
in comparison to the smallest man that ever lived. You never...
Yes.
What's the lyric?
You didn't measure up in any measure of a man.
Wow.
She's saying a lot in that lyric in The Smallest Man Who
Yeah.
Ever Lived. But it's also... Like, she just gave us Guilty as Sin. And then she had it and she was like, oh. Like, that actually
That's
wasn't...
what I was daydreaming about.
This is why Travis opened her eyes.
Yeah.
Because she was daydreaming about that shit.
She's
I could
daydreaming
have
about-
this. You opened my eyes. I didn't even realize
Maddie
this was
Healy
possible.
is totally the type of guy where the sex is better before you have it. You know, it's
I
like the
fully
lead up to
agree.
it.
Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see, and that is a lot. I don't even know if there's another way that you can take it. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. It's big.
You know what I take it is as actually?
Please tell me.
I mean, yes, it's obviously a reference to Travis's size in all areas, but I think that
Which again
That's
is
what I
how
think
I
it's-
took it on the
yeah.
first listen. I'm like, he's so big and tall.
but I think that's why it's ain't hard to see as well, right? It's like I feel like she's kind of implying, well, of course he's big, look at him.
I mean, it has to be proportionate, doesn't it? You'd hope anyway.
Like, it ain't hard to see.
It's not like you're looking down there and it ain't
No.
hard to see. It's
No,
like
no.
you're looking at this
It's looking-
humongous
it's-
human
like,
and you're going,
he's a redwood tree. Like, it ain't hard
Well-
to see. Like, he's obviously, I feel like it's
Yeah.
kind of almost referencing the previous lyric. It's like he ahmatized me and opened my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see why he would do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
it's not hard to see why that would make sense because look at him. He's
totally.
huge.
But then that it ain't hard to see also feels like it goes well with the next line. Like, it ain't hard to see his love was the key that opened my thighs.
Absolutely, yeah. You can kind of bounce it off.
Interchange which
Yeah.
lines you sort of like tack it to.
It ain't hard to see his love was the key that opened my thighs.
And I do like that because even though she's got all of these like sort of dick references throughout it, she's saying his love was the key.
Yeah.
And yes, you could say that that's a reference to making love, but I think what she's actually saying, his love, his security, his safety, his what he gives me emotionally, this human being and the way that he is with me, the way you loved me.
The way you loved me, the way this love is what actually got me into bed with you kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
And into this relationship.
Yeah. I also really love the clean version, like you were saying. She says there, opened my skies.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a really nice reference to Opalite and also just like really entering like a new kind of relationship that you couldn't even have fathomed. It's like, wow, this kind of love has like opened my world. Like I couldn't
Yeah.
even imagine it being like this.
Girls, I don't need to catch the bouquet. To know a hard rock is on the way. And baby,
I love that. And baby. I love that little
I do
run
like that.
she does. What a short little verse, actually. Verse
I
2.
don't think this woman's ever given us a 2-line
No.
verse ever in her entire life. It's
I guess
actually a lot.
This song structure is interesting because it's like verse, pre-chorus, chorus, post-chorus.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts to
But
it.
there's no bridge.
But there's
it's just
no
it's just that twice.
bridge. Correct,
Which
correct.
makes sense. I think when there's a pre and a post chorus, it kind of makes sense when there's no bridge in a song, but
Yeah.
it's quite rare for Taylor to not
Yeah.
have a bridge.
I think if she was going to make this song longer than it is, because it is quite a short song, the place to do it in would have been in this verse. Bless you.
I agree.
Anyway, again, it's so interesting because these lyrics here are, I think they're referencing the luck thing rather than the superstitious element, but it still wraps into the theme. Girls, I don't need to catch the bouquet to know a hard rock is on the way.
That is superstitious though.
Well,
Because there's a superstition that whoever catches the bouquet gets married.
Yes, but I think that when I think of superstitions, I think of a negative connotation. So I'm like, it maybe not negative in that way because it's meant to be this positive thing that like if you catch the bouquet, like you're getting married next, like you're next.
Yeah.
And so, but it's definitely still this like sign in the universe.
Yes. And a very famous, I would call it a superstition, even though
I guess
it
you
doesn't have a
could.
negative connotation, because I think
Yeah.
that they can have positive ones like that as well.
Yeah. No, I guess you're right.
But yes, I understand that sometimes it's usually about preventing something rather than gaining something. This is such a good one because it is so famously known that when you catch the bouquet, you get married. She's like, I'm not even looking for things like that. I'm not desperately running up and catching the bouquet. I know my ring is on the way, which,
Yeah.
you know, has aged wonderfully.
This has aged wonderfully.
And a hard rock, like it is a big hard rock,
Yeah.
which, you know, also has a bit of a sexual hard
Yes.
rock
Yes. Yes.
energy behind it.
Yes.
What else is there to say, really?
Well, I mean, there's nothing else to say.
No.
There's really not.
But seriously, the baby going into this next bit, ooh, I love, and this whole pre-chorus. The pre-chorus is the best part of the song. I'm sorry.
No, it is, and I do love how she changes the lyrics in this one.
So good.
and baby, I admit I've been a little superstitious. The curse on me was broken by your magic wand. Seems to me that you and me, we make our own luck. New heights of manhood. I ain't gotta knock on wood. All that bitch.
No. It's so fucking groovy. You can't convince me anything else.
No, groovy is definitely the right word for it.
And the run that she does after the curse on me was broken by your magic wand. What?
love
Who is that girl?
I don't know who that is. I've never met her before.
What?
Never met her before.
I love that run.
So the first line is the same as the first pre-chorus. Baby, I'll admit I've been a little superstitious. The curse on me was broken by your magic wand. Which,
Stop.
you know, I think once again on first listen, when it went over my head, I was like, okay, well, the curse is the prophecy.
Yeah.
And the magic wand feels like it's mixed in with the witchy vibes of that. You know, I mean, you know...
And it
Meg
is.
simply can't be a witch, but
No.
you know what I mean. It's like your magic wand. Like you came along with the magic to break the curse
It's
on
giving
me.
Prince Charming with the kiss.
yes, it is.
He's lifting the spell of her. It's giving the fate of Ophelia. It's giving all of these things that
Yes.
she's kind of referenced him like saving her from this fate that she had.
Yes, I haven't fully fathomed that. It's like every second line is the original lyric. So the next one's the
Yeah.
same. Seems to be that you and me, we make our own luck. That's the same as the first one. New heights of manhood.
I love how this lyric is delivered. New heights of
manhood.
It's so like she's like overwhelmed
Yeah.
by what she's experiencing.
So
which,
true, so true.
You know, could also be sexual, but we all know that Travis's podcast is called New Heights. So it's a lovely little play on words there because, you know, his podcast name, but also saying new heights of manhood can mean, you know, how he is as a man towards
Well,
her.
once
The
again, it
fact
feels
that-
like another reference to the smallest man who ever lived.
Yes, exactly. It is very interesting that in The Smallest Man, she's kind of using that lyric as a reference to just the type of man he is, but also maybe his size.
Yes.
And then this is doing the exact same thing,
Yes,
but in
it
the
is.
opposite way. It's like
Yes.
new heights of manhood because you're, you know, you've got all that going on, but also you're just actually a man that is just so above and beyond what I could imagine. So
Absolutely.
that's really cool.
And the reality is that all of it's kind of mixed in together. Like, I think, like, you know, we can all have a giggle and, you know, we can focus on the fact that she's like, oh, damn, the sex is really good with this guy. But I think the point is that the sex is good because
of the type of man he is.
Yeah, because of the way he makes her feel.
Yeah.
Like, and I think especially for women, that's like, you know, I think a lot of us can understand that feeling of it feels different when you feel different in the relationship with that individual.
Absolutely, yeah.
And so it's not that his dick is so amazing, it's that he is, and that's what makes the whole thing good.
Yeah.
So it's all the same thing at the end of the day.
Totally. It's not, you don't have to reduce it just to being, oh, that's the song about Travis's whatever. It's like, I feel like people are oversimplifying this song.
Yeah,
or they're making it too phallic. It doesn't need to go that far.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that Taylor really summed it up when she was in that interview and she said, Travis is so large, da, 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 da. She's like, it's like a privilege to watch him walk through the door. Like, as soon as she said that, I was like, girl, no wonder wood came out of you.
Yeah,
like, I'm sorry,
100%.
she is just so down bad for how large
Yeah,
this man
yeah,
is.
yeah.
In every form.
In every form.
He is a larger than life kind of man.
Totally, absolutely. It's his whole personality, and everything.
He's a human exclamation point, like very big, very loud, very like loving.
Yes. And let it be an inspiration to all of us single people who like men. Because I tell you what, Travis makes me believe
Travis
that there really are men out there who really can be that good.
Yeah, totally.
You know?
Yeah.
And actually, that's the end
of all the new lyrics. That is true.
Everything else we get is repeated.
Goes into the chorus and repeats the post-chorus twice, and she really doesn't do that much different, except for in the last post-chorus repeat, she kind of strips it back, and that's why that was the first time we really heard what she was saying in the song, because there's a lot less production going on, and I think she really wanted to like spell it out for us.
Yeah.
And which is why I think in my head I'm like, oh, what would have the song looked like if that was the only time it got flipped to being sexual? Because I think it would have been sprung on us and it would have been really fun.
It would have been like a bit of a Last Great American Dynasty.
Yes.
You know, it's like
Yes.
you don't know to pick up on it all throughout it because it actually wasn't there the whole time until the end. But yeah.
Forgive me, it sounds cocky. Hypnotize me and open my eyes. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Oh, I do like the ending on the vocal there.
Yes, me too.
It's like you can really hear the harmonies.
Me too. No, I really do love that she strips it back there because once again, I know I keep bringing this up. It's a short song. But one thing I will say about Showgirl as a whole is that the songs that are a bit shorter, I think it's just this one and actually Romantic that are under 3 minutes. I don't necessarily feel like they feel unfinished in the way that I have maybe felt about shorter songs in the past. And I think it's because of things like that. She actually switches it up in a lot of different ways. Like Wood, kind of to your earlier point, like it's got so many different parts. It's got the verse and the pre-chorus and the chorus and the post-chorus, and then the end post-chorus, she does it twice, and she's stripping back the production. It all makes it feel like a progression and something different, even though you are hearing the same thing again, and that's what makes it feel like a longer, more full song.
I agree. I think it feels complete for sure, and I think the more lighthearted and punchy the topic is, I think the more it fits a shorter song like that. It's like how long do you want to kind of keep a cheeky, flirty song like this going on for? Guys, look, like I just think we're underappreciating this song.
I understand. I do.
It's got some great stuff going on. I do get it if it's definitely not your cup of tea, but I think it's really sweet. I love that Taylor feels this way.
Yeah.
I love that she managed to put it into words in this way. And I also just think it's kind of fun.
Yeah. And honestly, I'm proud of her. I mean, like, I know that we've had other songs from her over the years that definitely have a very sexual tone to them, especially a lot of songs on Reputation and stuff. But she's never really written a song quite like this before. No. And it is new territory for her. I mean, she's always, growing up, especially when she was younger, she wanted to be the good girl. She never used to use any curse curse words in her songs. Like, she's always been very innocent, I think, in her delivery of her experiences, even though she was growing up and becoming an adult woman and like having these new, more sexual experiences. And so, you know, in some way, I'm sure it was a little bit of like a scary and a vulnerable thing to put out a song like this, because it's very different for her.
Yeah. And, you know, on that note, I think it is interesting to think about the Sabrina Carpenter effect in all of this, and how I think this is the first time I've ever felt like Taylor has been influenced by another one of the main pop girlies in a really strong way. Like I think
people making music today as well.
Yes. I think she's usually the one that's kind of doing something different, or kind of pioneering new sounds or new vibes in a lot of way, or sticking to what she knows she's good at.
Yeah.
But it does speak volumes, I think, to Sabrina's impact that we have a
agree.
song like this on the new Taylor record, because I do think Sabrina's made that feel so normal and acceptable and fun.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Sabrina's done something.
Yeah, and it also makes sense. I mean, we know that they've become close friends. Sabrina was opening for Taylor on the Eras tour. She's on this album.
Sabrina has created the landscape in popular culture for a song like this to be well received.
Yes.
And I think Sabrina deserves a lot of credit for that.
You're right. It's a testament to her own style of songwriting.
Yeah, and the impact of it.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's Wood.
That's Wood.
Hope you enjoyed this little chatty chat about it.
Yes,
and
yes.
Let us know how you feel about Wood. What's your kind of, how's your journey been with this song? How do you feel about it now? What's the vibes?
Yes.
Let us know.
Let us know.
And don't forget, we are watching the documentary of the Eras Tour over on Patreon, so make sure you join us there. We're going to be doing so many videos over Christmas and everything.
Yes.
And guys, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, guys!
Oh, I hope you have a lovely, lovely, lovely end of your year and a happy
Absolutely.
new year.
We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank
as
you
always.
so much for watching all along with us this year. And yeah,
What a year. What a year. What?
It's always a year, isn't
it's
it?
always a year. No, it is. It is. It's actually a lot. Anyways, guys, love you so much. And
Love you
we'll see you
guys.
soon for another video.
Bye.